Hello everybody and welcome back to Debugged. In this final beginner lesson, we will build a complete Java mini project using everything we learned so far. This lesson is extremely important because it shows how all the pieces fit together. Before writing code, we always think in objects. In our project, we need a student object, a list of students, logic to add students, logic to display students, and logic to calculate averages. This is exactly how real software is designed. So let's create a new Java class, our new object, which is a student that has a name and a grade. Then as constructor, and integrate, and we will say that this dot name equals name, but if grade is greater or equal to 0 and grade less or equal to 100, only then assign the grade to the object. Else, this dot grade equals 0. Then we need a getter for the name and a getter for the grade. Now it's time to see a little trick. Most IDEs already have shortcuts in order to generate constructors, getter setters, and other some options. So now we need only a getter for the grade, and we will also return a boolean if the student has passed by returning that grade is greater or equal to 50. Only if this condition is true, the student has passed. This class uses encapsulation, validation, the constructor, and behavior through methods. Now back to our main, we are going to create an array list of students, which will be named students, and we will add a couple of students, 72, 45, and Alex. Then we're going to call the method print students and the method print averages. Basically, is better average grade. And now let's create these two methods. First, public static void print students, basically. It's going to take an array list of type student, and inside of it we will print student list, and then we are going to create a for loop that Based on student object, we will iterate inside the students list, and we are going to print for each student a student dot get name plus grade plus past, and student has passed. We use a loop object getters and methods together. Then we are going to create the public static void print average grade. Again, it will take an array list of type student, and inside of it we'll declare an int sum variable, and for each student in students, the sum plus equal student dot grade. Since we have the sum, then we can calculate the average number based, of course, on the size. Lastly, we are going to print out the average grade based on all students. Let's run this. As you see, we have our results. Now let's pause and understand what we used. We used classes and objects, constructors, private fields and getters, array list of objects. We used loops, we used conditions, methods, and object interaction. So this is no longer beginner syntax. This is how real Java programs are written. Now let's do some small enhancements, like adding a public static int count, actually how many passed. Again, we need an array list of type student. We declare an int variable count, and for student out of students, if and only the student has passed, then count plus plus, and then return count. Now back to our main method. We can now print that passed students plus count passed. And if we run this, naturally the past students are 2. This shows how we can extend programs cleanly using only methods. Now, as always, some common mistakes beginners do. Mistake number 1, putting all logic inside main. Mistake number 2, not using methods at all. Mistake 3, not validating data. And mistake 4, avoiding objects when they are clearly needed. You should avoid all of these conditions in your code generally. So, you started this playlist learning what a variable is. Now you can design classes, build objects, store them in collections, process them with loops, organize logic with methods, protect data with encapsulation. It's a massive step forward. In the next playlist, we move to the intermediate level. We will cover inheritance, polymorphism, interfaces, exceptions, file handling, collections, and real application design. I strongly recommend pausing here and rebuilding this project yourself. Change it, extend it, break it, fix it. This is how real learning happens. So, until next time, see you.